I've been waiting for this.
You wanna play a little game?
That's a lot of damage.
Yo, ViivviiX here with the long-awaited second part of my tier list X, all Pokemon starters. Today's installment, we're focusing on the middle stage evolutions. Maybe check out the first stage evolutions, part 1 after this video, if interested. There's definitely a lot of really good ones, but as we all know, the middle stage evolutions are usually the more awkward teenager phase of a Pokemon's evolution line.
Can you take out the trash for me, baby? Why would I take out myself? Derp.
Get ready for some tearing and spicy memes.
Yeah, boy.
Make sure to show support if you enjoy by liking, commenting, or subscribing. Join in on the discussion and let me know what your opinions are on my takes or some of your own takes below. With all that said, let's be the best that no one ever was. Overall, I'm mostly just going to be tiering them based on appearance and if I have any biases towards why I really like them or dislike them, whether it be from the show, my own experiences playing the games, or anything of the likes. So we're going to start off this and just try to work right through it because I've got many more recordings to be doing and many tasks to be finishing. So starting off with Ivysaur. Ivysaur is a classic, going straight up in S tier. I love Bulbasaur's line. Venusaur's a bit ugly.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
But even then, the Bulbasaur line was always my first choice when I started playing the first gen of games. So Ivysaur goes in the S tier, and anything that is a grass type usually will be above most others, just because I am somebody who prefers grass types. They're chill, and I enjoy them. Charmeleon, also another iconic one. He's going in S tier. Very different how he switches to like a darker color from Charmander, like almost like he gets a tan.
What are you doing? Gotta keep the tan up. It's not a skin color, it's a lifestyle, Brian. See, you wouldn't know that because you're white as a ghost. You're haunting this house with your whiteness, Brian. Hey, wake me up in 15, will you, babe? Fine.
Lago, Montego, baby, why don't we go down to Kokomo?
Oh, crap.
And then he loses it when he turns into Charizard. But overall, very iconic, red, fiery, hot look from the show. Also remember him as well being a big ass pain for Ash, which was just funny and comedic, and I enjoyed it. Wartortle. Wartortle, honestly, I'm a little indifferent towards. I really don't like the direction that it went because it wasn't something that I would have expected from Squirtle to Wartortle to Blastoise. It's kind of Wartortle's the like middle outlier of where does these cloud-like puffs come from.
He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die!
It's so fluffy!
But at the same time, very iconic. I like the design, and water types are also one of my other favorite types. And Blastoise also is one of my other favorite starters as well. I'd probably put Wartortle in S as well. Bayleaf, I will put in A. Design's okay, but mainly just the memories of seeing Bayleaf with Ash in the show was a lot of nostalgia, very wholesome moments.
This right here is my favorite thing.
I guess Bayleaf must have been really lonesome for Ash. Lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely. I have nobody.
Emotional damage!
And Bayleaf is going in A. Chikorita got the short end of the stick, and so did Meganium, but Bayleaf can at least be a little higher up than its other evolutions are and probably will be. Quillava. Quillava is honestly one of my favorite starters of all time. Definitely my favorite fire starter.
Oh my god, he's so goddamn cool!
Hell yes I am.
What's that move?
It's eruption. That's where he's gonna go! The goat!
leading into Typhlosion is just honestly my favorite fire starter line, and Quillava is honestly one of the just dopest middle evolutions of any middle evolution design. So Quillava is going up in S tier at the top. Croconaw can go in C. I don't really fuck with Croconaw. Looks like a Flintstones kind of like clothing on him, which I just didn't really understand.
Yabba dabba don't.
I mean, I kind of understand it's going like prehistoric, but at the same time, I didn't really like it. And compared to Feraligatr and Totodile, it's just very awkwardly out there, and I just didn't really like it or enjoy him. And I also don't have any memories or anything like that that would give me more bias to want to put him up higher. Grovyle is another one of my favorite middle evolutions of all time. He's definitely going up in the high S tier next to Quillava and Ivysaur somewhere, because of the fact of that Trico was my very first Pokemon in my very first Pokemon game in Emerald. And moving into Grovyle is just a sleek design. I remember when Ash had his Grovyle, it turned into Sceptile.
No one can stop me.
Daddy, chill.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
A lot of biases of why I would put Grovyle up high, but that's the whole point of lists like this, is your own biases and why you enjoy them. Combuskin. Honestly, Combuskin just looks like a standing up chicken man.
Surprise, motherfucker.
It's kind of interesting. I don't really have anything against it, but it does turn into Blaziken, one of the coolest fire type starter final evolutions, but at least at the current moment. I did kind of like the Combuskin from the show that I believe May had when Ash had his Grovyle, as that was the time around when I was the most into Pokemon, was 3rd gen and 4th gens. And I probably also would put Combuskin up in A tier for those few different reasons. Grotle, I really like him. He's a bush turtle thing that reminds me of Spike from Land Before Time. And Torterra is also one of my favorite other evolutions out there, and I would definitely put him up high. Monferno, honestly, always hated Monferno's design, so I definitely would put Monferno kind of low as well with like Croconaw. Prinplup, I don't really like Prinplup's design very much at all. It just looks kind of funky. Looks like a little dude in a suit with like a weird like disc thing on his head. But at the same time, Empoleon is one of my favorite final water starter evolutions. And Prinplup is kind of snazzy looking. Kind of looks a little dapper.
A meal, a succulent Chinese meal. Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? Now, get your hands off there. Ta-ta and farewell.
I remember Dawn had one when she was, working her Piplup up into Empoleon, and I have memories of that, and probably would put Prinplup. Nah, I just smack Prinplup smack dab in the middle. Servine, honestly, don't have anything for it. Don't have anything against it. It just kind of looks kind of funny with its little tiny arms and tiny legs. But I do like grass starters. So, I mean, I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. So Servine can go here at C. Pignite, honestly, I don't have too much for it, but other than I really liked Ash's when I saw at least a good bit of like Generation 5 iterations of the Pokemon anime. I liked Ash's to Pig going all the way to Emboar. So I have that little bit of bias, but I also don't like how it looks like it's wearing clothes, kind of like Prinplup, but it's at least kind of passable as not having to be clothes exactly. So honestly, I probably would put like Tepig. Not Tepig. Pignite here in about middle would be as well. Duat, honestly, I think design-wise is very, very clean, and I kind of wish Samurott kept that design, standing on 2 legs, samurai looking design with the shells. But at the same time, I don't really have anything against him at all, other than he just looks really cool. So I would probably also put him in like B tier. Quilladin, I feel like gets a lot of shit. I think he looks kind of goofy and funny. And I also think Chespin and his final evolution get a lot more shit than they need to. But at the same time, I enjoy them a little bit, not a lot. Nothing really for it, nothing really against it. It can go in like C tier. I'm just kind of mixing them around because I really don't have any preference of one over the other of these lower ones here. Braixen, honestly, design-wise is pretty clean. I do like Braixen's design before it gets a little too fuzzy looking, but at the same time, don't really care for it a lot and or have any like actual like attachment to it. So it's probably one of those things that I could just smack here on like B tier. And Printplub, I can move you up. Yeah. Frogadier, design-wise, really clean. Ashes was pretty cool, at least from what I saw. That's around when I started falling off of watching the actual anime a little bit. Was around Gen 6 or so. But obviously, pretty cool. Nothing really bad to say about it, so I'm not like super attached to him. So I probably would put him in A tier here. Then we got Dartrix. Dartrix, design-wise, pretty clean, pretty sleek. Little fabulous pretty boy here, pretty much.
The bravest and most handsome in all the land.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal. People know me.
I would probably put him in like high B. Nothing really against it, nothing really for him. Even though when I did play Sun and Moon, I did choose an Owlet. But obviously, he's not Owlet. He's the middle evolution, and he's not the final evolution. So honestly, I didn't really have an attachment to Sun and Moon when I played it. I only played it like one time, and I don't even think I beat it that I can recall, like around the first time it came out. And I haven't had a 3DS or any kind of DS console since then, and I haven't really had the desire to play Sun and Moon. I kind of disliked when they moved away from the normal gyms, and when they went to the leaders of like each island or whatever, I didn't really mess with it. Torcat, honestly, design-wise, I think is really clean. I wish its final evolution also stayed on like 4 legs, because it's just kind of mind-boggling when they go from bipedal to quadrupedal or vice versa. But Torcat, design-wise, would probably put up an A tier for that alone. Brion, honestly, don't really like it.
Know your fucking place, trash.
I don't have any attachment to it. It just looks kind of funny. I really disliked it when I first saw it. Its last evolution is pretty, but in this stage, it's just a little cute. And other than being a little cute, I don't really have anything I like about it, and I pretty much dislike it. So I'm going to throw it there in the bottom. Another one that I know I can just go ahead and throw in the bottom is Drizzle. Throw him in the bottom. Really don't like his look. Looks very, very out there, weird, and not in the good ways. Quaxwell as well. Don't really care for its design. It looks like whatever. It just looks, I don't know, like a big water brain duck with like a smooth water brain or smooth brain. I mean, me saying that, honestly, I sound like I have a smooth brain saying stuff like that, but I mean, I probably do. Thwacky, design-wise, is actually pretty cool, but not like really likable. I wish the color was slightly greener instead of it being like this yellow-green color that it is currently. So Thwacky, I probably could throw somewhere here in like B. I like its design a good bit, and I actually like the direction it was going. Raboot, design-wise, pretty clean. I actually chose Score Bunny. When I chose to play Sword and Shield, I liked it. It was an alright game. I just about beat it, I believe. I can't remember if I did beat the Elite Four or not, but it was pretty enjoyable and just not too memorable, because I guess it was a little bit of a letdown compared to what it could have been or what people were hoping for. But at the same time, going back to Raboot, design-wise, I do like the actual design. I like ninja mask that he has, and like, I don't know, it's like clothing but not clothing at the same time. So it's kind of one of those things that's like, I dislike it, but also it does look kind of clean. So he's also another one I probably would just throw somewhere here in like B tier. Don't really care for Crocolore's design. Just looks chunky. Not in a cute way. It just looks very proportionally off. And his little hat just looks kind of funky. Not really a fan. And I have no attachment to him because I haven't played any of the current games, Scarlet or Violet, yet. And then Florigato. Design wise, honestly, definitely the coolest design out of all of the new starters. He's kind of like a jester like little cat man thing, and I mean, I mess with it, and design wise I could throw him up just in A tier, at least just from design alone, because other than that I have no actual attachment to the newer gen starters like I just said. So it does appear that I have finished yet again another tier list. This is my third one recording back to back. This one was one that I was able to bust out pretty quickly. I hope you enjoyed my tier list. I hope you're excited for when I'm able to finally get to the point where I tier all of the final evolutions, because that will be the one where I have to definitely think the most on for sure. But if you enjoy my content, wait just about 15 seconds and look at the in-screen video suggestions and playlists that pop up. I always make sure to put those up there. Just wait a second, you might get some suggestions of stuff that you can keep watching or possibly even binge, because I make nothing but video series or things that are cohesive projects that you can binge. But if you enjoyed the tier list, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know some of your takes down below or what you think of my takes. I appreciate any and all support. Until next time, make sure to take care of my friends and stay cool.